The first rays of sunlight pierced through the dense jungle canopy. The air was heavy with moisture, the remnants of a recent downpour. A low growl echoed through the stillness, a sound that sent shivers down the spines of every creature within earshot. Rex, a formidable Tyrannosaurus Rex in his prime, was awake. Rex stretched his massive frame, his powerful legs bearing his weight with ease. His massive head, easily the size of a small car, moved from side to side, his keen eyes scanning the landscape for any sign of movement. His nostrils flared, picking up the scent of potential prey on the wind. The hunt was about to begin. The jungle floor was alive with the sounds of life, a symphony of chirps, growls, and rustling leaves. But none dared to cross the path of the tyrant king. Rex was the apex predator of this realm, his very presence commanding respect and fear in equal measure. Today, he would assert his dominance once more. With a flick of his massive tail, Rex set off into the jungle, his powerful legs carrying him effortlessly through the undergrowth. His sharp claws dug into the soft earth, leaving deep imprints that spoke of his immense size and power. He was a force of nature, an embodiment of primal power, and today the jungle would tremble before him. The scent of Triceratops wafted through the air, a tantalizing aroma that made Rex's mouth water. He lowered his massive head to the ground, his keen sense of smell guiding him towards his prey. The Triceratops herd was close, their presence betrayed by the sound of their heavy footsteps and the occasional bellow. Rex moved with surprising stealth for a creature of his size, his massive frame gliding silently through the undergrowth. He was a master hunter, his instincts honed by millions of years of evolution. He had to be, his survival depended on it. The Triceratops herd grazed peacefully in a clearing, unaware of the danger lurking in the shadows. They were formidable herbivores, their massive bodies protected by a bony frill and 3 sharp horns, but even they were no match for the raw power of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Rex chose his target carefully, a young Triceratops that had strayed slightly from the herd. It was a cruel but necessary calculation. The young were easier prey, less experienced and more vulnerable. Rex charged, his thunderous roar shaking the very foundations of the jungle. The Triceratops herd erupted in panic as Rex burst from the undergrowth, his jaws snapping shut just inches from the young Triceratops. The ground trembled under the weight of the charging Tyrannosaur, his massive body a blur of muscle and fury. The Triceratops herd formed a protective circle around their young, their sharp horns pointed outward in a show of defiance. They were prepared to fight for their own, even against a predator as formidable as Rex. Rex slammed into the Triceratops herd with the force of a battering ram, scattering the smaller dinosaurs. The adults held their ground, their horns clashing against Rex's bony armor in a shower of sparks. The air was thick with the smell of sweat, musk, and the metallic tang of blood. The young Triceratops, separated from its herd, stumbled in terror. Rex saw his opportunity and lunged, his jaws snapping shut around the young dinosaur's neck. The Triceratops struggled in vain, its cries of distress echoing through the jungle. The sun beat down mercilessly, baking the earth and turning the once lush jungle into a parched and unforgiving landscape. Water sources dwindled, forcing the dinosaurs to compete for every precious drop. Rex, despite his size and strength, felt the effects of the relentless heat. He spent the hottest hours of the day resting in the shade of the giant ferns, conserving his energy for the cooler evenings when his prey would be most active. Even the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex had to respect the power of the sun. The scarcity of water brought Rex into conflict with other predators, each vying for control of the remaining watering holes. A territorial dispute with a rival Tyrannosaurus Rex, a scarred veteran with a missing eye, nearly ended in a bloody confrontation. The two titans circled each other, their roars echoing through the parched landscape, but in the end Rex's sheer size and aggression intimidated his rival, securing him access to the vital water. As the sun began its descent, casting long shadows across the savannah, Rex rose from his slumber. His massive body, still radiating the heat of the day, moved with a languid grace that belied his power. He was thirsty, hungry, and ready to hunt.